Greetings, this is Body-Culinary, and today I wanted to touch in just to explore one woman's perspective as to whether or not locks, this hair, is for spirituality, or is it a fad, is it fashion? So that's what we're going to communicate about today. So if you're interested in this conversation, please stay tuned to the end. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Body-Culinary professional chef, personal trainer, nutrition consultant, natural-born woman, really celebrating that. Shout out to you, whatever your expression is. And on this channel, what I love to share is some of my journey. It's my water in a wine glass. I'm gonna grab my water. I love to share my journey of radical self-acceptance. What that means is I'm celebrating and appreciating in very simple ways and also in creative ways the unique DNA marker that I have been divinely assigned while on this plane in this human suit. This is what I've got. It's not what anybody else has got, so I'm just working with it and rocking it. And I feel very intentional about being comfortable in my own skin, appreciating what I have raw. I'm a person that's had a lot of acne and hyperpigmentation, and I don't like to wear a lot of makeup. I don't like greasy lips. Doesn't feel good to me. That's not what I want in my food. Now, I can appreciate makeup and being playful and experimentation. I like cocoa butter sometimes on my lips, but then also I don't really need it when I'm chomping down into salad and stuff. I don't want anything on my apples. But from time to time, I'll put a little cocoa butter. You know, you can take it to, and this goes along with this conversation. You can be as playful or as expressive as you like, or you can be as simplistic as you like. It is your choice. At the foundation, for me, it's about the freedom and not feeling pressured if I don't have makeup and slick down edges and so on. Sometimes I may think, oh, this looks good and that looks good. I'm also very aware that there's a pattern, the undertone of not being satisfied, and that undertone of a idea is constantly being supplanted into my subconscious. So radical self-acceptance is what I choose. I also love to share motivation and inspiration to start a garden, to cultivate or reactivate a personal movement practice, and to peaceful consumption. What peaceful consumption looks like to me at the root is whole, fresh living fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, unprocessed foods I can recognize as foods. I used to be a junk food junkie. At the same time, with all of these things, I'm not interested in the labels. I find it very exhausting. I found from experience being condemning or judgmental with myself or others just doesn't feel good, and it's not the best use of my time. And I also have to question what space that's coming from. When my journey is my own process, other people's journey is their own process. I remember in high school once where I wanted to put a wig on. Now, I was definitely influenced by all the fashion and the style that I saw of folks that I really admired. And that's something I wanted to experiment and to try on. And we have the right to do that. That's your personal right. It's your personal process. So should I beat myself up because I did that back in the day? No. I can also, for myself, assess where my head was at without making myself bad or wrong. So these are the kind of things that I like to explore on this channel. I love to be creative with food, so you can look forward to some of those things. I have a few offerings, you can find them available for download. I'll include some links. So Whole Living Foods in the Hood with menus to fit your budget. Again, for me, the foundation is whole, fresh, unprocessed foods. You'll decide on the ratios, find your sweet spot, dependent on what your results are, how you feel in your body. Hopefully you're inspired to slow down, dial into your body, to be honest and accountable with your body's results. If that's additional or unhealthy adipose tissue, if that's your energy level, your elimination. Many of us are looking for healthier hair. I don't know how we expect to have healthy hair if we're not eating real food at a cellular level that you can recognize. So there's the party in your mouth, that has been taking precedence over health. And at some point, it catches up with us. And so health and vitality is something to be preserved, it's something to be invested in, it's something to be cultivated, right? And that's just what it is, really simply. And if anything that I say doesn't resonate, please leave it here or toss it in the garbage. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I can only speak from my experience as over 3 decades in the industry of health and fitness. And I've seen some distinct patterns with myself and with all the different populations that I've worked with. So feel free to check out Whole Living Foods in the Hood with menus to fit your budget. Natural beauty, no products. You can see all the foods that I put primarily first. The food is the products for me inside. I'm putting that inside my temple so that comes forth to my skin and my scalp through my movement practice, which really will pump my circulation and my lymphatic system. And then that's also what I'm putting on. So I will luxuriate in different types of oils. One time I thought I couldn't use oil on my face. As someone with so much acne, I was scared of oils. But food grade, organic, cold pressed oils, and then literal food is what I put on my face. So that's what's inside of my books. I also have a Goddess Cakes, raw vegan cakes workshop, which is whole, fresh living foods without the sweeteners and without the flour, and it's delicious. So that we can have some things to look forward to. So if you're interested, you're always welcome to reach out to me at bodyculinary@gmail.com, info@body-culinary.com, and you can check me out on Gumroad. So that being said, into this hair, is it a fade? Is it spiritual? Is it fashion? I say it's all of that. It's all of that. And I find definitely culturally, it's not bad or it's wrong, but we have this thing, and I get why. We're hooked on rituals and spirituality and religion, which to me is like we're looking for meaning. And there's nothing wrong with that. As you're a human, even as a baby, before you have words, you're looking to make sense of the world around you. You're looking for, and many of us are looking to be grounded in something, particularly if as many humans, we've experienced different types of trauma. So we're trying to make sense of the trauma, find our way through trauma, neutralize the trauma, put the trauma as a chapter in our lives, on a shelf that we can refer to as a frame of reference for what, how to maneuver when different things come up in life, right? We're looking to make sense of different types of patterns in life. So meaning, many of us to remember lessons, right? With mythology and religion, there's usually lessons that's in there. I found also that I really love the quiet early morning hours because I found it ideal to tap into my own divine onboard innate intelligence and common sense, an intelligence that does not need, I'm not a baby. I have an intelligence that I feel confident with that I can tap into for common sense, right? And I find that it's something with following people that we're not encouraged to use our own common sense judgment. So that principle carries over in my life with experimenting with my health, my food, my hair, to find what makes me comfortable, what works for me, what is effortless, what is freeing, where can I relax. Relaxation is so important to health and to creativity. We're in a time where there's a large undercurrent of anxiety and rush and manicness, and that doesn't feel good to me. Feeling good is important. Feeling good isn't the only state of being or emotion. However, it is really, really important. So I make an effort to notice how I am feeling. That's given me a lot of clues also to what is going on internally and also what's driving subconscious or mindless or autopilot behaviors. So, what this hair is, it's fine to write your own narrative. I'm unapologetic about creating my own narrative. I can shave my hair off in a drop of a dime and feel extremely comfortable. Like that was one of my first experiments or phases with my hair that I wore for a good portion of my life. And I feel exquisitely attractive to myself. I feel stunning with really, really short hair. I also really liked as someone with fine hair, my double strand twist, because that's something that I could do myself that was empowering because I wanted to do cornrows, but I wasn't the best cornrow person. And also my scalp does not like to be pulled on. It doesn't like to be exposed. The same thing with like cornrows. My hair would, my scalp would itch profusely. Even with spending hundreds of dollars going to the most gentle braider, that was a consistent pattern. Within 1 or 2 days, I had to take it out. I can't take pulling. Not interested in any dangerous chemicals going near my brain. I've worked in a holistic health center where one of the main complaints was fibroids and cysts. So in the research that I've done, there's a distinct connection between the chemicals that we're putting on our hair and fibroids and tumors and growths. Like I'm really into like just simple common sense, not just brush science, but also intuitive common sense. If I'm putting highly caustic, I've got to put a whole bunch of gloves on and I can't breathe and it smells highly toxic, that to me is a big signal that it should not be going near my brain, my cerebral cortex, near my control center. I know we're thinking about the muscles quite often and the skin, but the control center, this fatty tissue that's very absorbs a lot, is my brain. So I don't see myself putting dye in my locks. I'd like to. Nothing's written in stone, but I have a sense of like esteem. I'm protective of my esteem around celebrating what I have. So when my skin, even though I'm very into being, preserving what I have and rocking what I have, when it goes white, I really want to enjoy and be relaxed when my hair color changes. If I need to cut it off or if I feel a need because I don't like the style or the fashion of it, because it is fashion, it's all of that, then I will cut it off so I can feel attractive. So that's just another form of expression, just like with clothes and the things that I choose to wear are very, very simplistic so that I can move and play and that have meaning for me. So I'm creating an extension of me where I feel comfortable, I can celebrate myself, where I feel the most attractive to myself. I feel the most attractive when I am healthy and not weighed down with excess food, even healthy food. In my practice, as a personal trainer and coach and with a passion around nutrition because of the background of morbid obesity and the comorbidities of heart disease and high blood pressure, that has been my familial pattern and a very distinct pattern in the church I was raised in the community. I'm very sensitive and keen to the patterns and the emotions and the trauma that go with the reasons why we're eating quite often. So I've chosen a very simple, which can be gourmet. I've chosen a simple way to consume and to eat, which I have dubbed peaceful consumption, because it allows me this space to breathe and to see what's going on with me. So I can have more access to seeing where I need to pinpoint to add more work, where I need to be quiet, and what I need to do, right? Tapping into that divine onboard intelligence. So there's several things I've strived over the years to take off the table so I don't have to worry about them anymore. So I can really be intentional about where I would like to focus my energy, to see where I need to make changes, where I need to do something new. So this hair, it is fashion and then it's not, because sometimes I really don't care. I don't want to be unencumbered by more stuff to do, more busy work that is not weighted in anything. At the same time, it's duality in life. Being fashionable and finding something as simple and comfort. Comfort is really important to me. Relaxation and comfort. It's like a fit. And on our journey, we find something that fits just right for us. And that may change along your journey. You might decide to put some chemicals in you. You have to find, do you? Do you give yourself perhaps permission to do you and not? I'm just not an advocate for putting ourselves in boxes. Like, we can look around and we can see, like, it's too limiting. You put yourself in a box, it's like more mental prisons, more anxiety, more just jumping into different groups and having the assumption that because we all have locks, because we all have melanin, because we all live in this country, because we're all American or African American, that we all have the same values. We can see how limited that is. And I, for one, am not interested in more prisons. So if you come to my channel and you find some inspiration for your garden, 3 lifestyle practices I find very beneficial that garden therapy, your personal movement practice, and peaceful consumption. Take what resonates, what inspires and motivates you to get into action, and leave the rest. That's it. I question as humans, this condition that we have to do these witch hunts, like where they're coming from, like this gang-like mentality to put people down or to drag folks to make us feel better about ourselves, which is really a distraction, right? So the pandering to our egos, there's no shortage of it. I'm very aware of it because I find that it weakens us and it wastes a lot of precious time. I find I get much more out of the quiet spaces and the reflective spaces. So you can craft this hair and this lifestyle however you like it. So it's fashion, it's spirituality, which is just to me tapping into your divine onboard innate intelligence that you were born with. And then it's also just hair. It's alive, it's antennas, and then you can cut it off. So it's wherever you're at, whatever mythology and meaning that you want to put on it, because other people are making this up, as we go along. So whatever you want to create. And it has meaning, then it doesn't. It sticks together. This is fine. This is working with me. I don't want to be preoccupied with it. There are times I want to play in it. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm appreciating the fluff, the flatness. Is something that's not popularly embraced, especially as somebody with very fine hair. A lot of times we always want something else. So I'm really wanting what it is that I have. And that feels really good to me when I walk past the mirror. It feels really good to me, like, wow, my skin responds to, which is also my organs, respond to this whole fresh, unprocessed food. So I've been looking for what works for me, and I found that. So hopefully you find some value here. I'm inviting you to create a great day on purpose, just because you said so. A day where you feel comfortable with yourself, with what you've got, rocking what you've got, finding ways to flip it, throw it to the side. If it's short, roll it up to play and to express and make it easy on yourself and not putting yourself in any unnecessary boxes. Feel free to like, comment respectfully, be respectful of yourself and to others. Be kind to yourself and others. Create a great day on purpose.